Rhythmatic TV, and we're here in Virginia with JoJo DIGGS. Stay tuned to see an exclusive interview with JoJo DIGGS. Hi, it's Sugene with Rhythmatic TV, and we are with
JoJo DIGGS. What's up?
So tell me, when did you start dancing and who were your inspirations growing up?
Actually, I did not start dancing until I was 22 years old. So I didn't have too many dance idols when I was growing up because I didn't know that I wanted to be a dancer. But my first memories of being like, oh my god, they're so dope, was the Fly Girls. I was so enamored by the Fly Girls, and I was like, oh, I want to be the Fly Girls one day. But that was just never an option. I loved Janet Jackson and Paula Abdul, and before I would go to school, I would sit there and practice 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all of that stuff. I had 10 minutes each day before I would leave, and I would pretend to be Janet or Paula, or I loved Whitney Houston. So those were probably the closest I could say to my idols before I started training.
So if you could collaborate with any choreographer in the world, who would it be?
Oh my gosh. Choreographer. Well, I just did a piece with Tony Czar. He's my homie from way back in the day, so that was an honor. The next person that I'm doing a collabo with is Christopher Farside Jennings. He's also a part of Mob Top, so we're looking forward to doing that. So that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's really dope. Yeah.
So, okay, everyone knows you for housing. If you had to choose a genre in the hip hop scene, whacking, locking, popping, breaking, which would it be? It couldn't be house though.
If I had to pick a genre other than house, would definitely just be hip hop freestyle. When I was younger, I loved listening to hip hop. Really none of my friends were listening to hip hop. I just wanted to listen to hip hop. So even in my private school, my grade school, they called it black music. It wasn't really something that people listened to. So I've loved hip hop since way back in the day. So I would just, and I still do it now, so I would just do hip hop freestyle.
Okay. So
that's kind of really how that's what I was first doing.
Right.
I was doing the Running Man and the Roger Rabbit and things like that back in the day.
So speaking of the, I guess, different generations, do you find any problems in today's generation of dancers / choreographers, or anything you change?
I feel what I see people struggle with these days is the desire to respect the foundation and the history, but inside of that people lose a lot of creativity and individuality, and so there's something being lost in that discipline, I feel. Then the other thing is, before it wasn't really possible to be famous as a dancer, but now that's possible. So there's a lot of people who are dancing to be famous. So some of the purity of the dance is getting lost, and people aren't just dancing to dance. Back in the day, you just danced to dance. There was no hidden agenda, because there was really, you being a famous dancer wasn't really the deal.
Right.
You were just dancing because you wanted to dance. So with that element of the desire to be famous, it's a little bit of a race, right? It's a little bit of a constant battle.
Right.
So I think that also attributes to the lack of individuality, because I can see, okay, this guy's being like this, so I'm gonna be like that because that can make me famous, feel me? And taking the long road with individuality and everything like that, it's not always deemed as good. So it's a lot of psychological things too, especially once your art becomes your paycheck. Then you have to do good things, so there's a lot of pressure, and can you still be creative under that pressure and things like that. So I think the biggest thing I would say is just losing the ability, losing the freedom to be making mistakes, and that vulnerability that goes into creating your own world and your own dance.
Good.
You feel
good
me?
answer.
You feel me? Okay.
Good answer. So, do you have any idea of how students without funds could improve on their skills?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of online things that you can do. I mean, of course, there's YouTube. People say, people kind of hate on YouTube, but there's a lot of inspiration out there for you. It just depends on how you use it. It's not YouTube's fault. It just depends on how you take it and use it. Then there's also like, there's an iPhone app called, what is it called? Crap. Oh no. I think it's called I'm sorry. So there's an iPhone app that you can use called the Dance app, and you can go and you can learn choreography on there, and it's really cheap. You can get like a $3.99 subscription, and then the teachers teach you the choreographies and all the techniques for the classes. So that's super cheap. Then there's something called Dance-O-Matic that's online. You can register for that, submit your videos, get feedback, things like that. And then like back in the day, we just used to have little like house parties and just dance in people's kitchens. So you like tonight what we did, a lot of the ciphering was about being with each other and giving each other advice. So there's also that. Right. People just need to dance. They just need to dance, and I think we got a lot better back in the day by just dancing, not by taking a lot of classes. Right. So it's just dance.
So what's next for JoJo DIGGS?
So I'm here in the DMV area until the 10th. Then I'm going back to LA, and Henry Link from Elite Force and Mop Top Crew is coming into LA, and he'll be teaching a bunch of classes, so I'm going to train hard with him. I'm just in LA ciphering and taking class. I'm not teaching this summer. And then I go to Peru at the end of July. I'm going to be judging and teaching out in Peru. And then in the fall, I'm taking a sort of South American tour, teaching and battling and teaching people how to teach themselves kind of thing for about 6 weeks. And then next year I'll go back. I go to Japan every year.
Oh my goodness.
So, I have my schedule pretty much until May of next year, but I got a lot of stuff I'm working on this year. I still have my clothing company called Get Out of the Mirror Apparel. It's doing really well, and yeah, just gonna keep banging stuff out. I got a couple secret things popping up right now, but I'll let you guys know when that's ready.
Okay, so a question we ask most of the choreographers. If you could make the next like YouTube viral dance craze, kind of like the Harlem Shake, but it can be anything you want, you can call it anything, look like anything, do whatever, what would it be, and like what would it be called? What would it look like?
The dance, like a dance move?
Yeah, just like something like the Harlem Shake, but it's your own thing.
My friends and I were lunching out this last weekend, so we made up this thing, and I'll do that.
Okay.
So we went,
I love it. I don't know.
And it's called the struggle bus.
The struggle bus.
The struggle bus. Look. So you're gonna go. You gotta do your head too. The pain, the struggle is real.
Oh, I get it now.
The struggle is real.
Okay.
The struggle bus, man.
I love it.
And then you can switch it up, both hands if you want to. Bring it in. The struggle bus, man.
If I ever cipher, I do that.
Shout out to Robert and Cliff. We made it together.
I love it. I love it. So thank you for this interview.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Rhythm Addict TV. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Bam.
Mad respect and love. Keep dancing. Give everything. Peace. What I can teach you are, like I said, slingshots. Things that like will inspire you to find more movement so you can express what it is that you have to say about your past. Feel me? So, but I never wanted you guys to get caught up in doing like what's good or how I dance. So I'm gonna do the best that I can to teach you guys how to teach yourself. So we'll play like a lot of organized games and stuff like that. Alright? Yeah. So, but I know a lot of you guys are like super not exposed, so I'm just gonna teach you some basic foundational movement, and then we'll go into some ciphers and some groups and stuff like that. Alright. Thank you, Rhythm Addict TV, for being here. I'm so honored. Give everybody a big round of applause. About to train, yo.